Hi, I'm Pemulway. Here's a recap of the first episode. In my journey through the Songline, I traversed not just the land, but time itself, from the sacred earth of my ancestors to a neon-lit Sydney of 2080. Amidst towering skyscrapers and flying vehicles, I found a world vastly changed, yet still connected by ancient ties. My quest is to find harmony in this cyberpunk dystopia, bridging past and future while honoring my heritage. Hope you enjoy.
Pemulway stood at the intersection of past and future, feeling like a ghost in this neon-drenched labyrinth. The Songline had thrust him from the bushlands of 1788 into a chaotic symphony of towering skyscrapers and holographic billboards. The cacophony of this new world clashed against the quiet rhythms of his ancestral home, and the dissonance echoed in his mind. As he wandered through the bustling streets of 2080 Sydney, he attracted curious stares. His traditional attire seemed alien amidst the sea of synthetic fabrics and metallic hues.
These people, their eyes speak of a world so different from mine.
Pemulway thought, feeling their gazes pierce through him. His eyes darted from one marvel to the next, absorbing the strangeness around him. Hovercrafts zipped through the sky, and pedestrians moved in synchronized flows, their eyes glued to augmented reality displays.
I am a relic here, an echo from a time long forgotten. What spirits guide these people? Do they still hear the whispers of the land, or have they become deaf to the old ways?
Lost in this unfamiliar landscape, Pemulway found himself in a dimly lit alleyway. The neon signs above cast eerie glows on the wet pavement, reflecting a fractured reality. Suddenly, a shadow detached itself from the wall and approached him.
Hey there, you look lost. You're not from around here, are ya?
The figure was a young man, with cybernetic implants glittering along his temples. His voice was soft but carried an edge of authority.
Name's Jai. You look like you could use some help.
I am Pemulway,
he replied, straightening his posture.
I seek the Songline.
Jai's eyes widened with recognition.
The Songline? That's old magic. You're far from home, aren't you?
Pemulway nodded.
I come from a different time.
Time travel, huh? I've heard stranger things. Come with me. I know someone who might have answers.
They navigated through narrow alleys and hidden passages until they reached an underground speakeasy, a refuge for those who lived on society's fringes. The air was thick with smoke and the hum of whispered conversations. Jai led Pemulway to a back room, where a woman with an air of command sat behind a cluttered desk.
Pemulway, this is Vesper.
Vesper studied Pemulway with piercing eyes.
So, the legends are true. A warrior from the past walks among us. What brings you to this time, Pemulway?
He explained his encounter with the Songline and his quest to find its purpose in this new world. Vesper listened intently, her expression grave.
The Songline's more than just a path, mate. It's a lifeline of the dream time, linking the past, present, and future. In this era, the Songline's energy is fractured, disrupted by the city's relentless expansion and technological dominance. Things like the neon lights and the towering skyscrapers have thrown it all out of whack. But we've got to find a way to reconnect and restore its flow.
Can it be restored?
Pemulway asked, hope tinged with desperation.
Perhaps, but it won't be easy, mate. You'll have to reconnect with the land, even here in the neon jungle, and hunt down the scattered fragments of the Songline. There's someone who might give you a hand, a cyber shaman named Crow. He hangs out in the old botanical gardens, where nature's still hanging on amidst all the steel and concrete.
Determined, Pemulway set out for the gardens, with Jai accompanying him. They moved through the city's underbelly, avoiding the enforcers who patrolled the streets. As they approached the botanical gardens, a serene oasis amidst the urban chaos, they were greeted by the sight of lush greenery and the sound of water flowing. Crow emerged from the shadows, an enigmatic figure draped in a fusion of traditional robes and high-tech gear. His eyes gleamed with ancient wisdom.
Ah, Pemulway,
Crow said, his voice a melodic mix of old and new.
I've heard whispers of your journey. Your legend precedes you even here.
Pemulway nodded solemnly.
I was a warrior, a leader among my people. I fought to protect our lands from the invaders. The battles were fierce and the cost was high. But through it all, the Songline guided me. It granted me visions, wisdom, and strength beyond mortal bounds.
Crow's eyes sparkled with intrigue.
I've pored over the ancient texts, and your name's written among the stars. They say you were unstoppable, moving like the wind and striking like thunder. You united clans, brought peace to warring tribes, and faced enemies with a courage that turned you into a living legend.
Pemulway's face hardened with the memories.
But my greatest challenge came not from men, but from the spirits themselves. The Songline is powerful, but it demands balance. I was thrust into this time because that balance has been broken. I must restore it, or the world as we know it might fall into chaos.
Crow nodded, understanding the gravity of Pemulway's mission.
To restore the Songline, we must perform a ritual, one that merges the old ways with the technology of this era. It will not be easy, and it will attract those who seek to harness its power for themselves.
Together they walked through the gardens, where Crow showed Pemulway how to sense the remnants of the Songline's energy. It was faint, but there, a whisper beneath the noise of the city. They prepared for the ritual, merging ancient rites with modern technology, bridging the gap between two worlds. As they worked, Pemulway felt a surge of power coursing through him. The Songline's energy began to resonate, a melody of the dreamtime weaving through the neon fabric of 2080 Sydney. He understood now that his journey wasn't just about finding a way back. It was about healing the rift between the past and the future. With the first fragment of the Songline restored, Pemulway knew his path was clear. He had to gather the remaining pieces, scattered throughout the city, and restore the balance. The challenges ahead were daunting, but with allies like Jai, Vesper and Crow, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. As the neon lights flickered around them, Pemulway looked to the horizon, where the first light of dawn began to pierce the night. The adventure was just beginning, and the echoes of the dreamtime would guide him through this brave new world. Suddenly, a piercing siren shattered the tranquil moment. Enforcers, the city's ruthless law enforcers, descended upon the garden. Their leader, a cold-eyed woman known as Commander Cade, pointed directly at Pemulway.
There he is! The temporal anomaly! Seize him!
Chaos erupted. Pemulway and his new allies darted through the undergrowth, avoiding the enforcers' stun batons and plasma guns. Jai led them through a concealed tunnel, the entrance cleverly hidden beneath a thick curtain of vines.
We can't let them capture you.
Jai panted as they ran.
If they do, they'll dissect you to understand your connection to the Songline.
Pemulway's heart pounded, both from the exertion and the fear of what these futuristic warriors could do to him. They burst out of the tunnel into another alleyway, the sounds of the city muffled by the walls on either side.
They won't give up that easily.
Vesper warned.
We need to lay low and figure out our next move.
As they regrouped in a hidden safe house, Pemulway felt the weight of his mission pressing on him. They were interrupted by a knock at the door, a coded signal indicating a visitor. Jai cautiously opened it, revealing a woman with fiery eyes and a steely demeanour.
Nyx, leader of the underground resistance.
Nyx assessed Pemulway with a mix of curiosity and skepticism.
So you're the time traveller causing all this commotion. I've heard whispers about you. If you're serious about restoring the Songline, you'll need our help.
Pemulway nodded, feeling a surge of hope.
I am, but I need to understand this world better and how the Songline fits into it.
Nyx motioned for them to sit.
The corporations have been milking the Songline's energy for years, mate, tearing it apart at the seams. They either don't realise or don't give a damn that they're destabilising our reality. We need to put a stop to it, and you just might be the key.
Vesper leaned forward, urgency in her voice.
What do we need to do?
Nyx outlined a daring plan. Infiltrate a corporate facility that housed critical data on their experiments with the Songline. The facility was a fortress, equipped with the latest security measures and guarded by heavily armed enforcers. It was a suicide mission, but it was their best shot at gathering the information needed to restore the Songline. The group set out under the cover of darkness, blending into the shadows of the city. They navigated through the labyrinthine streets, their every step fraught with tension. When they reached the facility, Pemulway felt a surge of determination. He had to adapt to this new world, learn its ways, and harness its power if he were to succeed. Using Vesper's hacking skills, they bypassed the initial security systems and slipped inside. The facility was a sterile, metallic maze, every corner brimming with danger. As they crept through the corridors, the stakes of their mission became painfully clear. The central data core was just ahead, but as they approached, a sudden clanging noise echoed through the hallways.
Someone's coming!
Jai hissed, pressing himself against the wall. Nix motioned for silence as they ducked into the shadows. A squad of enforcers marched past, their footsteps synchronized with military precision. Once the danger had passed, they continued towards the data core, their hearts pounding in unison. Inside the data core, Nix and Vesper worked quickly, fingers flying over the keyboard as they initiated the data download. The room hummed with the sound of high-tech machinery. Just as they were about to complete the download, alarms blared and red lights flashed. "Security breach detected. All units respond." A robotic voice echoed through the facility. Enforcers swarmed the facility, and a frantic firefight erupted. Pemulway fought with a primal fury, his skills as a warrior merging seamlessly with the new technology at his disposal. He moved with an agility born of years in the bush, dodging plasma bolts and striking down enforcers with swift, decisive blows. In the chaos, Jai was injured, a deep gash running along his arm.
We need to get out of here now.
Vesper shouted over the din, her voice tinged with desperation. Crow unleashed a burst of energy from the Songline, creating a temporary barrier that allowed them to regroup.
This won't hold for long,
he warned, his face strained with effort. They began to retreat, but an enforcer squad cut off their escape route.
We're trapped.
Nix yelled, her eyes scanning for an alternative. Pemulway's mind raced. He recalled the stories of his ancestors, of how they had used the land and its secrets to outwit their enemies. His eyes fell on a maintenance shaft partially concealed by a panel.
Through here.
He shouted, prying the panel open.
It's our only chance.
One by one, they crawled through the narrow shaft, the sound of pursuing enforcers growing louder. The shaft opened into a large room filled with towering servers and humming machinery. It was a dead end.
We're cornered?
Jai muttered, clutching his wounded arm.
No, we're not.
Pemulway replied, a steely determination in his voice.
Crow, can you sense the Songline's energy here?
Crow closed his eyes, focusing.
Yes, it's faint, but it's here. What are you thinking?
Amplify it.
Pemulway said, recalling an ancient ritual.
We can use it to disrupt their systems.
Crow nodded, channeling the Songline's energy. Pemulway began to chant in his native tongue, the words of his ancestors flowing through him. The air crackled with power as the Songline's energy resonated with the servers, causing them to spark and overload. "Systems failure imminent," the robotic voice warned. "Evacuate immediately." The enforcers hesitated, confusion spreading through their ranks. Seizing the moment, Pemulway led his group through a side door, using the chaos to their advantage. They emerged outside, the cool night air a stark contrast to the facility's stifling heat. They fled back to the safe house, bruised and battered but triumphant. The data they had retrieved was invaluable. It detailed the corporation's plans and the locations of the remaining Songline fragments. As they analysed the data, Nix laid a hand on Pemulway's shoulder.
You saved us back there.
She said, her voice filled with respect.
Your instincts, your connection to the Songline, it's incredible.
Pemulway looked around at his new allies, feeling a profound sense of belonging. The echoes of the Dreamtime reverberated within him, guiding him toward his destiny. The journey ahead would be perilous, but with the support of the underground resistance, he felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The neon lights outside flickered, a constant reminder of the world they were fighting to protect and restore. Pemulway knew that the Songline's power was the key to healing the fractured reality. As dawn broke over the city, he steeled himself for the battles to come, determined to bridge the past and future in a way that would save them all.
Sublime. The city's pulse is techno, holograms and flying cars. But in his heart, the ancient throne beneath the digital stars. He walks through alleys dimly lit, where spirits softly sing of days long gone, of sacred lands, a peace they used to bring. Echoes of the dream time whisper through the steel. A warrior's heart, a timeless quest to make the Songline heal. Dreams and ancient lands collide in fractured time. Pemulway's journey, a bridge of hope through chaos so sublime. In a garden hidden deep, where nature fights to breathe, a cyber shaman waits to guide the warrior through the weave. They chant the songs of old and new beneath the city's glare, restoring what was broken with a reverent solemn prayer. By his side, they fight against the corporations who rape the software's hide. In the depths of servers cold, the Songline's fragments glow, a melody of unity in the neon's ebb and flow. Echoes of the dream time whisper through the steel. A warrior's heart, a timeless quest to make the Songline heal. Neon dreams and ancient lands collide in fractured time. Pemulway's journey, a bridge of hope through chaos so sublime. As dawn breaks over city sprawl, a new day's light is born. The echoes of the dreamtime call, a future to transform. Pemulway stands with strength anew, the past within his sight, guided by the Songline's truth through the neon's vibrant light.
We are the Story Brothers, and we thank you so much for listening. We very much appreciate you. Our journey is all about exploring what we can do with storytelling and AI. With an abundance of stories, ideas, and topics to explore, the big question is, how far can we take them with generative AI by our side? Please share if you like what you hear. Stay tuned for more excitement and adventure coming your way very soon. Cheers!